All right, everyone, get ready because today we are diving deep into something big,
Really big.
prepping you for a senatorial interview.
Yeah.
I know if you're listening to this deep dive, you're not messing around.
Right.
You're serious about serving,
Absolutely.
making a real impact.
Yes.
And that's why
That's why we're here.
we are going so far beyond the surface today.
Deep dive.
We are going to be using RoleCatcher's incredible insights to give you a real competitive edge.
A real edge.
Because
we've got their Senator Career Guide.
Yes.
Their Senator Interview Guide.
That's great.
Absolutely packed with insights.
We're even going to touch on how RoleCatcher's AI can take your prep to the next level.
Ooh, yeah.
But first,
First things first.
let's jump into the deep end.
Okay.
We're going to unpack some of the most common and challenging interview questions you're likely to face.
Common and challenging.
Think of this
Like a masterclass.
as a masterclass
Yes.
in showcasing what you bring to the table.
Now remember, it's not about having all the answers. It's about your thought process. Being able to engage in these nuanced discussions.
Yeah.
And your genuine commitment to serving the public.
Okay, perfect. Let's start with a question that often trips people up.
Okay.
What motivated you to pursue a career in politics?
Ooh, tricky.
It might seem simple,
Right.
but it's a chance to go beyond the generic
Yeah.
and really connect
Connect.
with those interviewers
Yeah.
on a personal level.
So they want to see that fire
Fire in your belly,
in your belly.
passion for serving.
Yeah. Not just ambition.
Yeah, so instead of just giving like a canned response,
Right.
think about a specific experience that really sparked your interest in politics. Like
Yeah.
maybe you witnessed an injustice in your community
Oh, yeah.
that made you want to fight for change, or maybe you were inspired by a particular leader's work.
Exactly.
Share that story.
Connect it to your values.
Show them how those experiences have shaped your desire to serve in this role.
Very good.
Okay, so we've laid some groundwork here with our motivation.
Yeah.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
How about this one?
Yeah.
What is your experience with legislative processes?
Ooh.
This is where those internships, volunteer roles, anything that demonstrates your understanding of how things actually work comes into play.
Remember, details matter.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just say you're familiar with the process.
Okay.
You got to walk them through a specific project.
Yes.
Even if it was on a smaller scale.
Okay.
Like, did you help draft a proposal for your local council?
Mm-hmm.
Did you research and analyze a bill?
Yes.
These examples really showcase your knowledge.
Initiative, too.
Initiative.
You're not just someone who read about politics in a textbook.
Right.
You've rolled up your sleeves and you've gotten involved.
Precisely.
And don't be afraid to mention any challenges you've faced
Yes.
and how you overcame them.
Because that highlights your problem-solving skills.
Right.
Which are crucial.
Crucial, the complexities of the Senate.
Of the Senate, yes.
All right, let's tackle a question that can make or break an interview.
Ooh, okay.
How do you handle conflicts with colleagues or constituents?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a given there are going to be disagreements.
Right.
How you approach those situations is crucial.
So they are looking for maturity, diplomacy,
Yeah.
commitment to finding common ground.
Okay.
You want to share a real example
Okay.
of a conflict you've navigated, like a disagreement over a policy decision,
Right.
or a constituent with a really strong opposing view.
So it's not about avoiding conflict altogether,
No,
but showing you can handle those disagreements constructively.
professionally.
Focus on how you listened,
Right.
sought common ground,
Yeah.
reached a resolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to acknowledge that you won't always agree with everyone.
Right.
It's how you navigate those differences
Yes.
with respect and a commitment to solutions.
And you know, this reminds me of something in RoleCatcher's Senator Career Guide.
They highlight the importance of building relationships, even with those who have opposing viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about finding that common ground,
Yeah,
working together for the greater good.
absolutely. And remember,
Yeah.
your ability to handle conflict effectively, not just important for the interview.
Right.
It's essential for success in the Senate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch gears just a little bit.
Okay.
How do you approach this one?
Yeah.
How do you stay informed about current events and political issues?
Ooh, that's a good...
This is your chance to showcase...
Your intellectual curiosity
Good.
commitment to staying ahead of the curve.
Okay, so go beyond just listing mainstream news sources. Mention niche publications, think tanks, podcasts, Anything that really demonstrates a breadth and depth of knowledge.
This is where RoleCatcher's AI can be helpful.
Okay, how so?
They provide access to a curated selection of resources tailored to specific job roles.
So like a personalized library of articles and reports.
It's-
and insights designed to keep you informed on the issues that matter.
It's about demonstrating that you are not just passively consuming information,
Right.
but actively seeking out diverse perspectives.
Okay.
Engaging in critical analysis, and remember,
Personalize it.
personalize it.
Yeah.
Okay. Connect your reading habits to your policy interests.
Okay. Great advice.
Hmm.
All right, next up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe are the most pressing issues facing our country right now?
Oh, boy.
This one can feel like a minefield,
Yeah.
but it's an opportunity to show your understanding of the complexities at play and connect them to your own experiences and expertise.
Choose 2 or 3 issues
Okay.
that genuinely resonate with you. Don't just rattle off a generic list.
Right.
Talk about why these issues are important and
Yeah.
how your experiences have shaped your perspective.
So if you've worked with a community organization addressing homelessness,
Yeah.
you could talk about the systemic issues contributing to that problem, how you believe they can be tackled.
Share those anecdotes, connect the issues to your policy interests, and demonstrate that you really understand those challenges.
Yes, and remember, it's okay to acknowledge that there are no easy answers.
Right.
It's about showing your willingness to engage in those difficult conversations. Seek solutions collaboratively.
Now, here's where things get interesting.
Okay.
How do you approach working with colleagues who have different political views than you?
Oh, yeah.
This is all about demonstrating your ability to build bridges,
Yes.
find common ground, which is so crucial for success in the Senate.
It's like you're not just representing a district.
Right.
You're representing a set of ideas, a party platform, but you also need to be able to work with those who hold different views to actually get things done.
Exactly. And this is where your emotional intelligence comes into play.
So you need to be able to listen to different perspectives, identify shared interests, and find creative solutions.
Yeah, that address the needs of all parties involved.
And remember, it's not about compromising your principles,
No.
but about finding ways to work together.
Constructively, even when you disagree.
And this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI can be valuable.
How so?
Their platform analyzes the specific requirements of the job role, in this case, a senator, and it helps you craft answers that highlight the skills and qualities that they're looking for.
For example, their AI might suggest emphasizing your experience in building consensus-leading teams or even navigating complex negotiations.
So it's about tailoring your responses to show that you're the right fit
Precisely.
for this specific role.
Let's move on to a hot-button issue.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on campaign finance reform?
All right.
Here, you need to show a deep understanding of the complexities and potential solutions, not just a strong opinion.
So instead of just saying money in politics is bad.
Oh, right, because everyone agrees with that.
Yeah.
Talk about the specific challenges, like the influence of special interests, the rising costs of campaigns,
Right.
the potential for corruption.
Yes, and then offer some well-reasoned solutions.
Yeah, you could mention specific reform proposals, like limiting individual contributions or increasing transparency
Right.
in campaign spending. And this is where your research skills come into play.
Yeah.
You really got to stay informed about the latest debates and proposed legislation on campaign finance reform. You can even mention organizations that are working on this issue.
And remember, it's not about having all the answers.
Right.
It's about demonstrating your willingness
Yeah.
to engage in that thoughtful discussion
Yeah.
and seek those solutions.
All right, let's tackle another tricky one.
Okay?
How do you balance the needs of your constituents with the demands of party leadership?
Ooh, that is a classic dilemma
Right.
for any elected official.
It's a constant tightrope walk.
It is. You need to represent the people that elected you, but you're also part of a larger party
Right.
with its own platform and priorities.
And they want to see that you understand this balancing act.
So instead of just saying, my constituents come first,
Right. Without any context.
acknowledge the importance of both.
But both.
Representing your constituents.
Yes.
And working within that framework of your party.
You can even mention a time when you had to make a tough decision.
Right.
Maybe supporting a policy that was unpopular with some constituents,
Right.
but aligned with your party's platform.
Yeah, this is where those communication skills come into play.
Yes.
You need to be able to explain your reasoning
Clearly and persuasively.
to both your constituents and to your party leadership.
Building trust and understanding
Yeah.
through dialogue.
Okay, we are on a roll.
Oh,
How about this one?
yeah?
How do you approach building coalitions across party lines?
Ooh, I like this one.
This is where your collaborative leadership skills shine.
This is about demonstrating your ability to reach across the aisle,
Yeah.
find common ground,
Mm-hmm.
build relationships with colleagues.
Even
Who
if
hold different views.
they hold different views.
Yes, it's about bringing people together
Yes.
to achieve shared goals, even when there are disagreements.
Highlight those successful examples from your past,
Yeah.
where you've worked with people from different backgrounds or perspectives.
Yeah, to achieve a common goal.
Maybe you led a team project in college
Mm-hmm.
or worked on a community initiative.
Yeah.
Share those stories and focus on the skills that you use
Mm-hmm.
to build consensus, navigate different viewpoints, and ultimately achieve success.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can provide some really helpful feedback.
Okay.
By analyzing your responses, their AI can identify areas where you can strengthen your answers and make them even more compelling. For example, their AI might suggest highlighting specific examples of your negotiation skills or your ability to build relationships.
Oh, cool.
Or your track record of bringing people together
Awesome.
to achieve that common goal.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Last but not least,
Mm-hmm.
how do you stay connected with your constituents and understand their needs? This one is all about accessibility and responsiveness.
It's your chance to show that you are not just a politician who shows up at election time.
Right.
Someone who's actively engaged.
Yeah. So instead of just saying, I'm always available.
Right, because who really is?
Exactly.
You want to offer concrete plans
Okay.
for staying connected, town hall meetings, community forums,
Yes.
social media engagement,
Regular newsletters.
regular newsletters, even just being visible in the community,
Yeah.
accessible to constituents.
And don't forget the power of listening.
Yes.
Sometimes the best way to understand your constituents' needs is to just give them that platform to share their experiences and perspectives.
Exactly. It's not just about talking.
Right.
It's about listening.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, but before we move on to how RoleCatcher's AI can help you personalize your responses and really nail that interview, let's take a quick breath and we'll be right back with even more insights to help you on your journey to becoming a senator.
Sounds good. Welcome back. Now, let's really delve into how RoleCatcher's AI can be your secret weapon in acing that senatorial interview.
Okay, you've been teasing this AI advantage throughout the episode. Let's
Right.
break down how it actually works. I get that practice questions are important, but what makes RoleCatcher different?
It's all about personalization and targeted feedback. A generic answer might work for a general interview, but a senatorial interview demands something much more specific.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI analyzes the specific requirements of the senator role and helps you craft answers that demonstrate the exact skills and qualities they're looking for.
So instead of just giving me a list of questions, it actually helps me tailor my answers to what the interviewers are looking for.
Precisely, think about those demanding responsibilities we discussed earlier. The AI takes those into account, ensuring your answers demonstrate you can handle the complexities of the role. It's like having a personal interview coach who knows exactly what those interviewers are looking for.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. So it's not just about knowing the issues, it's about presenting yourself as someone who can handle the job from day one.
Exactly, and it goes beyond just the content of your answers. RoleCatcher also offers AI-powered video practice analyzing your delivery.
Hold on, AI can analyze my video.
Yes.
That's next level. What exactly does it look for?
Everything, your tone of voice, your body language, your pacing, all those nonverbal cues that can make or break an interview. It picks up on things like whether you sound confident but not arrogant, authentic but not unprepared. It's like having a mirror that shows you how you're coming across to others.
Wow, I could definitely use that. I'm always second guessing how I come across on camera. This AI sounds like it could give me a real edge.
It's an incredibly valuable tool for fine-tuning your presentation style. Because remember, even with perfect answers, if your delivery isn't strong, it won't matter.
So it's about finding that sweet spot, knowing the issues, crafting strong answers, and then delivering them with confidence and authenticity.
Exactly. And the AI is there to help you polish your presentation, not turn you into a robot. You still need to bring your own personality and passion to the table.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. What about the resume? Everyone says it needs to be tailored, but how do you even do that for a job as complex as senator?
That's where RoleCatcher's AI shines again. It analyzes the job description, identifying the key skills and experiences they want. Then it helps you optimize your resume to highlight those specific qualifications.
So it's not just about using the right keywords. It's about strategically presenting my experience in a way that aligns with what they're looking for.
Precisely. It's like having an expert resume writer by your side, crafting a document that gets past those automated systems and impresses human reviewers.
Which is crucial because I imagine for a role like senator, the competition is fierce. You need to make sure your application stands out.
Absolutely. Even highly qualified candidates can get lost in the sea of applications if their materials aren't tailored effectively. RoleCatcher's AI helps you cut through the noise and ensures your application gets the attention it deserves.
All right, so we've got the prep work down, understanding the role, mastering those tough questions, and using AI to refine our answers and presentation. But before we jump into the final stretch, I think it's important to step back and consider the bigger picture.
You're right, becoming a senator isn't just about landing the job. It's about excelling in the role and making a real impact.
Exactly. So let's shift gears for a moment and talk about what it actually takes to succeed as a senator, drawing insights from RoleCatcher's Senator Career Guide.
The guide emphasizes that success in the Senate is a culmination of years of experience of working your way up through different roles.
So it's not typically a straight shot from law school to the Senate floor.
Not usually. The guide highlights the importance of building a strong foundation, gaining practical experience that demonstrates your commitment to public service and your understanding of the political landscape.
What kind of experiences were we talking about?
Internships are a great starting point. The guide specifically recommends seeking out internships in senatorial offices where you can gain firsthand experience in the day-to-day operations of the Senate.
That makes sense. You'd be learning from the best and building valuable connections.
Exactly, and don't overlook the value of internships with influential political organizations, think tanks, or advocacy groups. These experiences expose you to different perspectives and help you develop a deeper understanding of the policymaking process.
So it's not just about working on Capitol Hill. It's about immersing yourself in the world of politics and policy.
Precisely. And while internships are a fantastic starting point, the guide also emphasizes the importance of building a diverse resume that showcases your commitment to public service and your ability to work effectively in different environments.
So what else should someone who's serious about becoming a senator be doing to build that resume?
Volunteering for political campaigns is an excellent way to gain hands-on experience and learn the ins and outs of campaigning. You'll be working directly with constituents, organizing events, and contributing to the overall strategy.
It's like a crash course in grassroots politics.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of working for a community organization that aligns with your policy interests, whether it's addressing homelessness, advocating for education reform, or promoting environmental sustainability. These experiences demonstrate your commitment to serving your community and tackling real-world challenges.
And it shows that you're not just interested in politics for the sake of power, but because you genuinely care about making a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely. And remember, each of these experiences, even the seemingly small ones, helps you build your network, refine your skills, and deepen your understanding of the issues you care about.
It's like building a foundation brick by brick that will eventually support your senatorial aspirations.
Exactly. And when you finally do reach that interview stage, all those experiences become the stories you tell, the examples you use to showcase your qualifications, and convince the interviewers that you're not just a candidate, you're a future leader.
So it's not just about what you know, but about who you are, what you've done, and the passion you bring to this incredibly demanding yet impactful role.
Precisely, and that's what sets you apart.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground from interview prep to career insights. Before we wrap up, I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier, RoleCatcher's AI-powered feedback. How exactly does that work, and how can it help me fine-tune my answers?
RoleCatcher's AI goes beyond just providing generic feedback. It analyzes your responses in the context of the specific job role you're applying for, in this case, a senator. It looks for key skills and qualities that are essential for success in that role.
So it's not just telling me if my answer is good or bad, it's giving me targeted advice on how to make my answers even stronger and more aligned with what the interviewers are looking for.
Exactly. For example, let's say you're answering the question about handling conflicts. The AI might suggest emphasizing specific examples of your negotiation skills or your ability to build consensus. It might also point out areas where you can improve your tone of voice or body language to come across as more confident and persuasive.
That's incredible. It's like having a personal coach who's analyzing my every word and gesture, but without the awkwardness of having someone actually staring at me.
It's an incredibly powerful tool for identifying your strengths and weaknesses and for fine-tuning your responses to make sure you're presenting yourself in the best possible light.
All right, we're nearing the end of our deep dive, and I have to say I'm feeling pretty pumped. I've learned so much about what it takes to succeed as a senator, and I'm definitely going to be checking out RoleCatcher's resources to get a head start on my prep. But before we wrap up, is there one final piece of advice you want to leave our listener with? Something to keep in mind as they embark on this challenging but incredibly rewarding journey.
Absolutely. Remember, becoming a senator is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes dedication, hard work, and a genuine passion for serving the public good. But if you have that fire in your belly, that unwavering commitment to making a difference in the world, then the journey is worth every step.
That's inspiring, and it reminds me of something we discussed earlier, the importance of staying connected to your constituents, of truly understanding their needs and representing their voices.
Exactly. It's about more than just winning an election. It's about using your position to make a real lasting impact on the lives of those you serve.
And with that in mind, I think we're ready to move on to our final thoughts and takeaways. Stick with us as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of senatorial interviews. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from those really tough interview questions to practical career advice. I think it's really clear by now that becoming a senator, it's not just about ambition.
Right.
It's about this deep-seated commitment to public service.
It's been really fascinating to explore these insights with you from RoleCatcher.
Yeah.
Their resources really highlight that succeeding in this role goes way beyond just winning an election.
It does.
It's about preparation strategy and a real understanding of the complexities of the job.
Yeah, thinking back on all those interview questions, is there one that really stands out to you as being like absolutely crucial for any aspiring senator to really nail?
For me, it's the question about balancing constituent needs
Okay.
with the demands of party leadership.
Right.
It's such a delicate dance.
It is.
That every single senator faces.
Yeah.
Being able to really articulate your approach to that, to show that you get the nuances and can navigate those competing pressures, I think that demonstrates real political maturity.
Right. It's a constant balancing act.
It is.
Like you're not just representing a district.
Right.
You're representing a set of ideas, a party platform.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, your constituents are your priority.
Exactly. And it's not just about finding a compromise. It's about communicating effectively on both sides.
Yeah.
Building trust, even when there are disagreements.
Absolutely.
That's a skill that will take you far
It will.
throughout your career.
Yeah. Speaking of skills that go beyond the interview, I want to touch on something we talked about earlier, the career path itself.
Yeah.
The guide really emphasizes that becoming a senator, it's often the culmination of years of experience,
Right.
of working your way up through all these different roles.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone just starting out on that journey?
I think first and foremost, be patient.
Be patient.
Rome wasn't built
Yeah.
in a day and a senatorial career.
It really isn't.
It's not built overnight either.
No.
It's about laying that groundwork,
Yeah.
building your knowledge base, developing those essential skills.
So it's not about trying to climb the ladder too quickly.
Right.
It's about focusing on each step
Yes.
and gaining experience along the way.
Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Intern in a senator's office. Volunteer for a political campaign work, for a community organization that aligns with your policy interests.
Absolutely.
All those experiences are invaluable,
They are.
not just for your resume, but for your own personal growth and understanding of the political world.
It's one thing to read about it in a textbook.
Totally.
It's another to experience it firsthand.
Yeah, to see how those theories actually play out in practice.
Absolutely. And each of those experiences, even the small ones,
Yeah.
they help you build your network, refine those skills, deepen your understanding of the issues that you really care about.
It all adds up.
It all adds up.
And when you finally reach that interview stage,
Yeah.
all those experiences, those become the stories that you tell.
Right.
The examples you use to really showcase your qualifications.
Yeah.
And convince those interviewers that you're not just a candidate.
You're a future leader.
Yes, you are a future leader.
And that's what sets you apart.
That is what sets you apart from the competition.
It's not just about what you know.
Yeah.
It's about who you are, what you've done, the passion you bring to the role.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to emphasize that we've just scratched the surface here.
Yeah,
RoleCatcher's resources are really comprehensive.
they are.
Their AI tools can really give you an edge. But ultimately, the most important factor is your own dedication.
Yes.
Your willingness to learn and grow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Your unwavering commitment to serving the public good.
And if you have that fire,
Yes.
that passion to make a difference, then this journey,
challenging as it may be,
challenging as it may be,
is absolutely worth taking.
it is.
And on that note,
Inspiring
note,
Yeah.
you want to thank you all for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes.
We hope you found it informative, engaging,
And inspiring.
and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out RoleCatcher's full resources.
Yes.
And let us know if you have any questions or comments. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep aiming for those big dreams.
We'll see you next time.